I know y'all want more. You want more of those fucking dancing and lip syncing videos from the other night. I'm tired though. It's not. It's energy consuming for me. So I can feel it. But yeah, anyways, we are dealing with. I had a storm come through here. I thought it was gonna be worse, but thankfully it was. Now it's over that way. Excuse me. I went to Grand Island with my brother's glasses because mine are not here still. They will be tomorrow. But because I did that, my brother paid me, and I ordered another pair of glasses so that I have 2 pairs coming now. Gosh, that was insane. 2 pairs breaking within a week of each other. That does not ever happen. So that was just really weird. And also, one of the person that I had ended up with having a crush on, and messaged me after seeing my vulnerable crying video. They had been on my TikTok for several months without really saying anything. That's kind of common. That happens to me. Like, people will just be on there watching, and then they'll like wait for. I thought there was chocolate. I just had some chocolate. And then I'll just like wait for a moment to like at the right time to just like slip in and be like, pretend to be nice or whatever. I don't know. It's really strange. I've had that happen. I've even had somebody in 2017. I had known them for like 5 years. They were 18 when I met them on Facebook, and they were on my Facebook. And we were close for a while, and then like we kind of drifted, but we were still in each other's Facebook. And then 5 years later, that's when they decided to like literally tear me the fuck down. So I'm like, these are not the only examples. They're just 2, but it's just weird to me. But I don't know why people just be watching and they just be waiting. Like, yeah, it's just weird because they were like, I don't know. And then it had me thinking I was fucking trash, and I was like a piece of shit, and I was like fucking worthless and everything, and self-deletion ideas, just thinking about that, and I'm just like, that's weird. So they had to be projecting on me because it was really weird. Super weird. Like, I get if you have a kid and you spend a lot of time with them, whatever. I had 2, and I still was online, and I still wasn't a horrible. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm not perfect at all. But I had time for my kids and that, being online. It's not. I don't know. They even they even reassured me, and it still didn't feel right. It still felt like they were manipulating and doing it on purpose. They were literally on purpose giving me the silent treatment. Like, no, you didn't even have to message me and pretend like, well, you said to message if somebody needed to talk or whatever, but I felt like you needed it. Okay, well, I didn't need you to come in and pretend like you were gonna be a friend now. I don't need you to consistently talk to me, but I could tell when you're fucking manipulating, which it almost had me, but it's like, bro, I'm done with these lessons. Can we stop already? It's 7:17. Because, like, I only know this also because, like, I have a friend that's, like, kind of in real life. I thought they lived in this town, but they don't. But they're here often enough, I guess. I haven't met him in person. But they talk to me when they can. They started talking to me. We send voice clips sometimes. I thought, and it had been a couple days, but they were busy. So, like, they're like, oh, I'm busy with, I'll be busy with my kids too. But, like, I get back to you when I can, And they don't like that either, like, when it's like they've had similar experiences with me where people will be like they just need consistent enough talking to where it's like they feel like it's not one-sided or whatever, you know. That's kind of what I'm saying. So, and I was just thinking, okay, that was fun too, you know, like maybe. But then again, I wasn't emotionally activated, and I wasn't feeling like a piece of shit, and I wasn't like feeling horribly down on myself, and like nobody gave a fuck. Like with that other person, it was super weird. Not that weird because they were manipulating and doing it on purpose. That's what happens when people are doing shit on purpose. You feel like that. I mean, yeah, you can have trauma activated or triggered by somebody like this other person. It was only a little bit. And I was not emotionally activated. And I didn't feel like a piece of shit. I was like, okay, cool. And like with the other person that I met in real life, I didn't feel like that by that person either. Even though like they would watch my stuff, but I blocked them. I was like, it wasn't the same. It's like, okay, they probably decided that we didn't align, and that's fine. What's not fine is the manipulation. Anyways, also another thing with this is like if I am demisexual, you know, so it takes me like I have to have a bond or like basically just feel safe. Sometimes energy can make me like have attraction in that way, but it doesn't last or whatever. Like, but if it's being manipulated, it comes on super fast, and I feel like an aloe, and like a person who can just like look at somebody and be like, oh my god, I want to, that person, you know. Like I'm not like that. But if it happens like out of nowhere, like this is the second time, maybe the third time that's happened. Actually, the third time. The first two were Scorpios. This one was a Gemini. But the other two is just like, yeah, that doesn't happen to me. Like if I didn't, it just kind of happens out of nowhere. Like, okay, I don't know. It's just that's a huge sign for me. So if it doesn't gradually build up, or like the love bombing type of shit is weird. Like it's kind of like that, kind of like how somebody can love bomb you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I'm so in love with this person, you know, like because they love bombed you, and then you're like trying to figure out, okay, where'd that person where'd the mask go? Where'd that? And you're thinking the mask is a real person. It's weird. People are fucking weird with energy, and it does not matter how spiritual they say they are. Sometimes those people are even way worse than regular people. Because I also just had somebody recently in my Instagram. He would always be like, hey goddess, hi, you know, like just acting like, oh, Grand Rising. Actually, that one was like, why the fuck you saying Grand Rising? I automatically but he was kind and everything until the other day asking me for weird ass pictures, like what? And asking for a picture of the soles of my feet, that's weird. Like, to me, I'm like, that has some weird, deep, dark, spiritual thing with, I don't know what it is, but it does not feel right. But I feel a lot better since I blocked the other one who was highly manipulative, but they were trying to be covert, you know? I blocked them. The only bad thing is, like, they turned me on to a song, that isn't out yet, but is trending on here. And I'm like, every time I hear that song, it's a little triggering, but it's not that person, it's not the singer's fault, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I wish I would have found it not through that person, you know, because it's awful funny, though, because what the song is about, yeah, anyways,